This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday, October 10th. I'm James Spann. We'll maintain the chance of scattered showers and storms tomorrow and Sunday. Potential for severe weather Monday night of next week. We'll take a look at that in close detail. Let's check some of the Skycam shots today. First off, this is the view coming from Chehaw State Park. The sky there partly sunny south of Anniston, but on the other side of the state, very heavy rain falling at the time this screen grab was taken over Tuscaloosa from a passing shower. You can barely see the trees down below the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse. And that's coming from Russellville up in Franklin County in northwest Alabama. We've still got a ridge in place just south of here, and we're going to stay warm for the weekend with highs in the 80s. But next week, much cooler air blows in here by Tuesday and Wednesday, and during the transition, there could be some pretty rough weather Monday night. That's the radar. That was at 2:33. That's when that big downpour was sitting over Tuscaloosa. Scattered showers and storms, mainly on the western side of the state. And we'll see those around at times through the weekend. Not going to rain everywhere, but spots could see some decent amounts of rain. Temperatures mostly low to mid-80s. Birmingham 84, Tuscaloosa and Anniston 83. We'll see similar highs over the weekend. Low and mid-80s both days. North of here, we have flash flood watches in effect for parts of West Tennessee, much of northern and central Arkansas, and parts of Missouri. And up north, frost and freeze warnings for parts of Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and Iowa. In terms of severe weather possibilities, we have the standard slight risk later today and tonight west of the state over parts of Texas and southern Oklahoma. And here we have the low-end 5% severe weather possibilities for this afternoon and tonight. And really the same thing tomorrow. This is the day 2 convective outlook. There's no formal risk, but we have the low-end 5% severe weather possibilities right across the northern and central part of Alabama. And then on day 3, which is Sunday, a slight risk of severe weather west of the state, parts of Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. And on day 4, Monday, a risk of severe weather just west of here. And inevitably, they'll have to extend that into Alabama for Monday night based on the latest guidance we're seeing, as you'll see in just a second. Here's the rain for the next 5 days. Big numbers north of the state. In Alabama, the amounts vary from about 4 inches near the Tennessee border down to 1 inch on the Gulf Coast. And the bulk of that, of course, will come Monday. But no doubt there'll be some scattered storms around this weekend. In the tropics, things getting a little active. We have a new subtropical storm on the board, or a depression, I should say, well north of Puerto Rico. A couple of waves scattered across the central and eastern Atlantic with no signs of organization for now. That subtropical storm will not affect the United States. It's going to move north-northeast, more than likely passing east of Bermuda early Sunday morning. Let's check the modeling. The 12Z GFS valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock local time. This is at 500 millibars. And you can see we have the 588 ridge down to the south. And down below that, let's look at modeling for tonight. First off, this is the high-res HRRR, 8 o'clock tonight. High school football Friday night. There could be some storms around. Not going to rain everywhere, but it could rain in spots. So you would take the rain gear if you were wise. If you're going to a high school football game, better chance of a shower probably during the first half of the games. And then this is tomorrow, back to the synoptic scale GFS. We've got a stall boundary north of the state and clearly sufficient moisture for scattered showers and storms. Will it rain all day? Nope, but it could rain at any time. This is the high-res NAM at 4 o'clock tomorrow, basically showing nothing. That could be right, but I get the idea we'll probably see some stuff out there like today. And then this is Sunday, a new surface low developing over the Texas Panhandle. We still have fairly decent moisture in place, so some risk of scattered showers and storms. And like tomorrow, won't rain all day, but it could rain a time or two. A wedge front coming down from the northeast. We'll keep an eye on that. But that should not reach us. We'll be in the low and mid-80s on Sunday. A warm, humid day, and again, some risk of scattered storms. And Monday, here comes your trough. Very vigorous trough coming out across the Plain States. Down below that, a surface low near St. Louis. And again, we have seen different looks, and we'll have much higher confidence in the forecast over the weekend. But with the surface low that far north and moving northeast, more than likely it's going to be a squall line for us Monday night. In fact, this is just after midnight Monday night, 1 a.m. The surface low is at Chicago with a trailing band of showers and storms right down through Alabama. And these storms could produce strong winds. That's going to be the main issue, I think. And this run is a little faster, and then by midday Tuesday, everything is long gone. And this is suggesting in terms of timing, the main chance of the heavier storms may be 9 p.m. Monday through 4 a.m. Tuesday. And Tuesday will be breezy and much cooler, as we could stay in the 60s all day in parts of North Alabama. Let's look at the severe weather parameters. This is the surface-based CAPE, valid Monday evening at 7 o'clock, and the numbers... and this is the NAM, by the way, a little higher, suggesting the instabilities could exceed 1,000 joules in spots. Now, it's interesting, the NAM really doesn't depict any low-level wind shear, but let me change models here to the GFS, and boom, all of a sudden you got 40 knots of bulk shear between the surface and 925 millibars. So a little inconsistency here, but there might be within the squall line an embedded small tornado or two, but I still think the main threat will be from strong straight-line winds. Low-level jet is screaming. Values of 60 to 70 knots within the low-level jet. The higher winds a little north of here, but still certainly sufficient for some of that to mix down to the surface and produce enough wind maybe to knock down some trees and power lines Monday night. And this is the SKU-T, valid Monday evening at 7 o'clock, coming off the GFS, the projected sounding here. And you can see that strong veering of the wind with altitude, one of the reasons we think there might be a small tornado within there. And again, there's a little dry air in the mid-levels, a little more than we saw this morning, but that's not a classic severe weather look, but certainly supportive of an active line of storms. All right, Wednesday, beautiful weather. Highs around 70, lows in the 40s. This is Thursday, same thing. And Friday, just gorgeous. So after the storms Monday night, the rest of next week will be beautiful. We'll check the end of the forecast, October 26th. Trough Ridge Trough. Down below that, the air dry, temperatures pleasant. Temperatures for the next 15 days. After the weekend, they look more like fall. Highs in the 60s, mostly 70s, lows in the 40s and 50s across the board for the latter part of October. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by Monday morning, my next video, Brian Peters, the man that looks like Colonel Sanders. We'll have the video updates tomorrow and Sunday. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream of the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.